Or are you going to have that game a fair game? Can I ask you?
The two won't go together.
That's right. That's the same thing. SWAPO is playing the election game, and at the same time they are holding the whistle. Is that game fair? No ways. It will never be fair. That's all I'm saying. Now, in the case of Kaura, all I'm saying to him is, please, everything has its own time. Wait, let's go to the Central Committee. Let the Central Committee leadership be contested. Let him win there. Don't scheme behind the other person's back. Don't try to make stories of another person when he is not there. No, please, I don't like that.
This is what politics is all about. Politics is about leadership struggle. Politics is about ambitious people who want to get to the top. There's nothing wrong with that. If you want to challenge the leader, in a democratic state, there's nothing wrong with it. When you use undermining tactics, I don't know whether this has happened, there are ways of doing it. The best way to do it is if you disagree with a leader, if you want to oppose him, you tell him in his face. So I don't like you. That's what I did when I was a member of the National Party. The first person to know that I want to oppose him was the then leader. I told him I'm going to oppose you, and I opposed him in the Congress of the party. I was outvoted and accepted that. I had to decide then what now, and then I left the party.
So, what does the future hold for the DDA? Dirk Mach vacated the front stage a long time ago. Walter Gabab, one of the members, left DDA a couple of weeks ago and formed his own party. Muyongo may continue with the UDP should he not get reinstated. Is this a sign of dissolving the party?
No, I don't think the DDA should be dissolved unless something better can come in its place. A party does not necessarily stay on forever. I mean, there will come a time when a party has fulfilled its role under new circumstances. A new party might originate or might start. Yes, that's possible. But there must be an opposition, because nothing could be worse in a democratic state than a one party or one party being too strong.
But I believe strongly that with a mature mind and putting national interest first, we are able to overcome that. It will really depend on the players in this situation.
For Kaura, now acting DTA president, the future of the party is still bright, and he refutes any speculated split within the party.
There's no possibility of the party splitting. I hope people would not interpret difference of opinion, people airing their opinions differently, to interpret that as a possibility of a party splitting apart. That imminent split is not there. The DTA is still the official opposition, and we do not want to stay in that position of being just an opposition party. We would like to work to the point where we can take over the leadership of this country. So that imminent split is just speculation.
The executive committee of the DTA yesterday suspended Mishack Muyongo as the president of the party with immediate effect. The suspension of Muyongo resulted from his alleged advocating of the secession of the Caprivi. But Muyongo refutes such allegations, stating that what he meant was a discussion of the history of the people of Caprivi and how they came to be who they are today, and nothing more. So, are you saying that the whole issue has been taken out of proportion?
Totally. I don't even see the excitement of people in the whole thing. Totally take it out of context. But if that suits them, let them think so. Muyongo never said that. Muyongo never said about the secession. Never. I saw it in the paper, the secession. Oh, I don't know where it comes from. I don't know where it comes from. I said, mark my words, people are debating. Then the journalist asked me, if they asked you, what are you going to do yourself? I said, I'll do it with pleasure. I'll help them to debate the issue and to understand it. You must educate people. I am being questioned myself because I was the leader of KANU when we went into exile. It is me who signed that agreement to merge with SWAPO. People, they are asking me. They have that right to ask me, and I must explain it to them.
But what has prompted the debate now, today? Why is it happening today, now that the opposition as a DTA leader is being threatened? Why now? Is it a coincidence?
Firstly, the debate has been going on for some time. The debate has been since independence. I told you, make sure, check note of the other interview we had. I said, poverty has come in now. People are getting very poor now. Unemployment is all over. Young people have finished the schools matric. They are full here. Their future is bleak. Take note, their future is bleak.
It sounds like, or the general feeling is that it's not necessarily the future of the people that is bleak, but your future, it's because your future is bleak. Listen, apparently in 1965, you opened the debate when your future was bleak. In 1980, you did it again, and that apparently cost you your position in the SWAPO. Now, here you go again. You're doing it when your position as the DTA president is being threatened. Do you do this for your own benefit?
Everything I do it on behalf of the people of the Caprivi, unfortunately. I went into exile on my own as a member of KANU. And when I was in exile, I met Sam Nayoma and his people. On the 5th of November, 1964, we signed an agreement, a merger agreement, to fight against the common enemy that was then in Southwest Africa and the Caprivi. And we agreed, among other things, that at independence, the people of the Caprivi will be asked whether they want to continue as part of Namibia or not. Please take note of that. So all along, whenever I tried to remind the people about this agreement, I was seen as a troublemaker. I was seen as a troublemaker. Take note, I went in exile as KANU. I came back as KANU. And anybody must ask him what is the constitution of KANU. What did it stand for? Please, I'll be very happy. If they want, I will tell them. But all I am saying here is, once I make an agreement with somebody, I want that person also to respect his side of the story. If the side of the story is not respected, I always wanted to ask, why are you not respecting your side of the story? And that's what I'm doing. As for now, I am saying, if there's a debate about these people all the way. I mean, they have the right even to ask me now, are you serious? You signed an agreement of a merger between KANU and SWAPO. They have the right to ask me that.
But where is the document? I heard it on TV the other day, that even Ms. Mutialela was saying that they have no idea, or they don't know anything about the existence of that document. It seems to be known only to you.
Well, unfortunately, when this document was signed, the Pohamba was there, and I was surprised the other day that he didn't know about it. But I understood him, because by that time he didn't know how to read and write, so he can ignore that document. I understand him. Where was Erin Musiarera? She never went for the struggle, Erin Musiarera, never. She was found in Lusaka. He went to Lusaka on marriage. She went there to get married. She was married to a Zambian. When she got there, when a marriage failed, she joined the SWAPO. What are we talking about? This one, what does she know? What does she know about the agreement?
How could you, and this is the question being asked by many, you, a member of parliament, the person who was part and parcel of the drafting of the Constitution, would go out in public and debate publicly such an issue?
Well, I didn't know that our Constitution forbids to learn. I didn't know that our constitution forbids a debate on issues. I didn't know that. Now I understand that you are not supposed to debate, and there are certain issues that are taboo. Don't touch them. But how are we going to develop as a society if certain issues are taboo, are beyond the discussion? Well, how? How are we going to understand each other? How? How are we going to understand each other? How are we going to know that we have reached this point together, this is the road we walked together? If certain things, those things cannot be discussed.
Do you think that the people or your colleagues in the DTA are using the issue of the secession just to get rid of you?
I think those people who were gunning for the position of the presidents of the DTA, they believe they found ammunition to aim at me.
At the right.
And they think that's the right moment. Now they also can take over the leadership of the DTA. And I want to say to you, whatever decision they are going to take, if it's negative, I don't have a problem. Really, man, people, I have no qualms about the DTA. I said I went into the DTA not as an individual, but as an organized people with a political party. So, please, I have my own base here. Here, if I can have a free and fair elections run by independent people, I will never lose, but never lose. But I don't like this thing, that we are looking at the Caprivi with tinted glasses.
So, let's say you have reached the end of the road, you are no longer the president of the DTA. What is next for you?
I'll be president of the UDP. Very strong party here. I'll be president of the UDP. I have my colleagues all over there. We organize people. We organize here. So what is the problem? I'll be very happy even to stay at home here. It's nice and green near the river. I enjoy it here. So what is the problem?
And then, of course, you will continue debating the secession of Caprivi.
Yeah, well, you are bringing that secession because that is a story you have in Windhoek. That is your story there in Windhoek. Here, we are talking about the development.
Also, what is being talked about here is the presumption on what the final decision by the Central Committee of the DTA will be in regard to the position of Mr. Muyongo. We wait and see, and of course, we'll keep you informed. And until then, thanks for watching, and good night from all of us.